My hands are trembling. Slowly, carefully, I peel off his robes layer by layer. I try not to, but when I let my eyes drift to my face, I see him watching me. I feel warm all over, all blushy. The more robes come off, the more I can feel his body, and the more my hands feel rough and clumsy dealing with his delicate frame. Oh, snap. Underneath his winter layers, he's long and slender. His scales run over his chest and arms. I really want to touch and see what they feel like, but of course I never would. He falls asleep quick. We don't get CG for that, come on. I'm back. Screw me. This game is very fast-paced, I know, Bacon. He falls asleep quickly, but I lie awake for a little while, watching his slim chest rise and fall. I don't want to take my eyes off him, but I don't know if it's out of fear or some other feeling that's harder to describe. Because you like him. We set out again at sunrise. I feel refreshed and a little more calm. TIRUNE, however, is still weakened and exhausted. Do you need any extra help walking today? No, I'll find my footing, but it's kind of you to ask. He stays close to me as we start down the path. We spoke a great deal about me and my kind yesterday. What about you? I feel I hardly know anything about you. Gosh, I'm not sure what to say. Do you really want to know about me? I told you, I don't kid around. Remember, my attempt last night didn't go over very well. Good point. Let's see. I grew up on a farm with my parents and brothers and sisters. Oh no, your Twitch says I'm offline. Is anyone else having issues? Pause. Tell me if everything's okay. Let's do a little dance while we wait. To the cute music. Not having issues. Mine's all good. All's fine on my end. Okay. Hopefully someone tell Flowery to try restarting. And hey, Rockfish. And hey, Leica as well. I don't know if I said hello. Stream is fine for me. Social dancing. Alright. We're back. As you know, I left home to become a knight. It hasn't worked out so well, but I'm trying. A brave and chivalrous knight. I've come across a few of those in my time. You wanted to slay monsters, did you? I guess you could say that. What else? What sorts of things do you like? Sword songs with flowers. Oh, hey, Petherum. Alright, do we like sword songs or flowers? I feel like he has an appreciation for human music. Just throwing it out there. I feel like as an ancient being, he's like, man, music is such a cool thing that you guys do that maybe we also do. Right? I feel like that's a cool thing. Leica's with me. Juicebox is with me. Sorry, Rockfish. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see. I like the old songs that the bards sang. My father knew a lot of them. He plays the lute. Mother says she hates it, but you can tell she really doesn't. Those songs carry a little piece of history in them. All you have to do is remember a nice little melody, and you're helping keep all these ancient memories alive. Of course, I like hearing about the old knights and their deeds, too. Maybe I'll have a song written about me someday. Actually, I'm going to turn that a little bit. Perhaps the tale of your legendary clash with the great worm TIRUNE. Great worm, huh? You sure think a lot of yourself. We dragons are not known for our humility. Sorry, I hope that wasn't too boring. Not at all. You little ones have such short lives. You search for meaning in every detail. I've always found it interesting, the way you collect sentimental trinkets and decorate your homes. I never thought of it like that, I guess. You don't decorate your lair at all? Don't lie, boy, you got a hoard. We know you got a hoard. Oh, yes, of course. I have a lovely armchair and floral rug in the southern corner of my cave. You should definitely go back to not telling jokes.
If you say so. And you don't have a lover?
Oh, hey. What? What makes you say that?
It's just a guess, although an educated one, do you?
No. Rude. What about you?
Not since Camilla.
Camilla, it's so strange to think that she was a real person, someone you actually knew. She must have been really pretty.
She wasn't, actually. She was certainly not the most beautiful woman of any village, as your fairy tale described. Nor, frankly, the smartest or even the most kind-hearted. But she had a way about her. It made you feel like she was the most important woman in the world, and you would do anything just to make her happy. You remind me of her in some ways.
That's a little rude. Thank you? Although I'm not sure that was supposed to be a compliment. And also, he's talking about someone he might have eaten alive. Yet those don't sound like the words of the person who killed her. Or do they? He hasn't actually said he did it, but he hasn't denied it either. He keeps talking about the ancient ways of dragons and good and evil and stuff. What do I know about things like this anyway? Is love always this complicated? He says nothing more and we keep walking. Dang, I know. The wind is colder today, the sky clouded over. This journey has become easier than I expected, but Mount Needle may still earn its reputation. We come to a rushing river and find the wreckage of the bridge I'd intended to cross. It's the only bridge around for miles. Well, excuse my language, but this is a bit of a pickle.
In my true form, I would step right across a river like this.
And that's definitely not an option?
No, even maintaining this useless shape is exhausting in the cold.
Then, I'll have to carry you across.
Is that entirely necessary?
He's blushing. We could walk across the bank and hope to find another bridge, but that might take hours. I don't even know if there is one. You want to get to the city quickly, right?
You'll get wet, and so will our supplies.
We can make a fire and dry up, and anyway, I came prepared for this kind of thing. The supplies are wrapped up and waterproof.
Very well.
TIRUNE draws close to me. I put my arms around his waist and lift. Even with his piles of robes, he's shockingly light. He puts his arms around my shoulders. I can feel his skin brush just for a moment against my face. Even his scales are light and soft. It's easy to lift him high enough so the water won't touch him. This will be a piece of cake, I hope. Carefully, I step into the rushing water. The current's strong, but the river isn't too deep, or even that far across. Ideally, I'd throw a rope across to steady us, but I can't do that while I'm carrying him at the same time. TIRUNE says nothing, but I feel him shiver in my arms. I can do this, don't worry.
I trust you, Rosemary.
His body shakes, but his voice is steady. Maybe he really does trust me. I guess I have to trust him too. We start across the river. I take it one step at a time, carefully seeking out good footing so we don't slip. This freezing water rushes around my legs, but I keep my balance. I can feel TIRUNE holding tight. I won't let him fall. Midway across, the water's up to my chest, but I think that's as high as it'll go. We're in good shape. I'm holding TIRUNE steadily out of the water. We're almost there. Just a little more. All of a sudden, the wind begins to shriek. TIRUNE's long hair whips into my face and eyes, and freezing water froths around us. Of course it does. A blanket of black clouds overtakes the sky. It's all warning we get, and suddenly the snow crashes down in thick, suffocating sheets. This awful mountain is known for its sudden, violent storms that come and go in the blink of an eye. I should have known the weather was too good to be true.
Rosemary.
Don't worry. I've got you. A blast of snow hits me like a cannonball. I fall. TIRUNE tumbles into the river and disappears in the freezing foam. It happens so quickly it hardly registers. No. No. I won't let this happen. I can't let this happen. I am a knight. I will protect my prince. My hand finds a jutting rock and grabs hold. I pull myself up out of the water and try to make sense of what's happening. My body aches with cold, but every ounce of my strength is dedicated to keeping myself focused. A flash of a scaly arm breaks out of the water ahead, desperately grasping the air. Still close. He's still close enough that I can reach him. TIRUNE, hold on, I'm coming. The wind screams, the river roars around me. I block it all out and lunge forward, grabbing the hold of TIRUNE and dragging his body up out of the water. I have no idea how long it takes to make it to the other side. I'm giving everything I have just to hold us together. TIRUNE's heavy in my arms, soaking wet and freezing. But I hold on tight. I'll never let go of him again. We make it out of the river. The snow's heavier than I've ever seen. TIRUNE looks diminished, pale, his body shaking violently. I'm scared.
You saved me.
Are you kidding? I'm the one who put you in danger.
No, it was the river that almost killed me. It would have if not for you.
My eyes burn with tears. No, there's no time to cry. We won't be safe until I get us somewhere warm. I go to my pack for supplies, but it was ripped apart in the jagged rocks when I fell. Our food, tents, medicine, clothes, everything we need to make a fire for the night, all lost to the river. My heart plummets. The only thing left is one thick winter coat, wrapped in sealskin to keep it dry. The cold pounds away at me like a hammer, but TIRUNE looks much worse.
You wear the cloak, Rosemary. You need your strength to save us both.
How could you even suggest that, TIRUNE? You're already sensitive to the cold. You look like you're about to...
I am much older than you. I have lived through worse than this.
But his voice fades even as he says the words. Alright, guys. What do we do? Do we trust him and get him somewhere warm? Or do we fucking suffer through it and try to help him keep his shit together? He might be lying to us. I don't know. Sorry, I forgot that the thing would... Let him suffer for Bay. Give it to him, suffer for Bay. Also, hey, Pen says. Alright. We're gonna suffer for Bay. Warm the boy. We need the mammal to live. Oh no. Conflicting jokes. Votes. Votes is what I meant to say. This is a toughie. More votes so far are to give him the cloak. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Maybe we don't die. I wrap the cloak around TIRUNE and start moving again. I am outnumbered. Sorry, Rockfish. Protect the pure boy. The snow is like knives sliding through my armor and into my skin. I ignore the pain and carry him as fast as I can. Barely aware of what I'm doing, I manage to find a small cave in the cliffside. Everything's fine. I pull us into it. It's cold, but dry. I set TIRUNE down gently, and then my legs collapse out from under me. Oh shit. I'm on the ground. Did I hit my head? I can't remember. That's strange. I thought I felt fine, but now it's all catching up to me at once. My head swims, my body aches with a cold so sharp it almost burns. Okay, maybe we hacked up. I'm fading, but it's okay. No matter what happens to me, at least I kept him safe. That's what a real knight would have done. Minutes or hours might have passed. I have no way of knowing. I wake up to find TIRUNE's burning eyes staring into me once more. His face is so near, but why? Am I dreaming? He kisses me softly on the forehead, and a beautiful warmth blooms inside me. If this is a dream, it feels real. Another kiss and another on my cheeks, eyelids, nose. Each tusk of his soft mouth sparks a surge of heat through my body. He was a fire dragon.